Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode 1529. It is getaway day. It's up, it's early. Uh, I got up. I don't really need to get up that early this morning because I do have one item left to ship. There was a mistake in the listing, so I wanted to message the person, say, hey. So they confirmed, yep, you're good to ship. So I've just got one thing to ship this morning. Uh, make my coffee, take Ernie to school, drop off all my packages at the post office, and away we go to Rosemont, Illinois. So it looks like I will get there around noon today. So I've got a couple different people interested, actually a few different people interested in the trout. So I'm hoping to get a deal done possibly as early as when I get there at noon. One potential buyer is going to be there this morning. And then another potential buyer won't be there till tonight. And then my plan C is the original offer I had. So the two that I've in talks with today, they're interested at full ask. And then my plan C is a little bit under that. So we're going to get a deal done one way or another. Give me a little extra spending money for this week. I can't wait. I may have to slightly adjust my plan of attack today. I need to. There's one booth that I forgot what. I don't even know if I got their name last year. But I got some great deals on Saturday, and what was still left on Saturday was amazing. It's like, God, if I would have seen what they had on Wednesday. So, but I don't know what booth that was. I kind of know a roundabout where, but I need to go at 3:00 this afternoon or whatever time doors open, 3:30. I need to go exactly where I know that I'm going to find some good stuff. So that's my plan of attack today, which did slightly change, but still similar. So that's my plan. So I've got I went to Walmart yesterday. I had to get snacks, water, hydration packets, comfortable socks. You know, we talk about comfortable shoes. Make sure you wear your comfortable shoes this week, but also get some new socks. That was something I started doing a couple of years ago. It's like, I got new shoes, and new shoes and new socks combined is like amazing. It's like a foot orgasm. So I got some new comfortable socks yesterday. My trip to Walmart. I got some beef sticks. Because I take beef jerky and I never end up eating the jerky, but I'll eat like the beef sticks. So I got some beef sticks, some protein bars, and a case of water that I'll take. So I'll be hydrated, proteined up, ready to tackle each day with fervor. So yeah, that's my plan this morning. Just finish up a few things, make sure, do like a once over, make sure I have everything that I need to take, make sure I have the trout packed, make sure I got to wear my chain with my super fractor. I think I already put it in my backpack. I almost forgot, since I'm doing an eBay live tomorrow night, I almost forgot my setup. So, which is only like a stand and my couch. And then this morning, I'm like, oh, I'm also going to need my laptop. So need to get my laptop picked up. Upstairs, packed up, not picked up. Also need to send out some emails for the Madison Card Show. Dealers from June have until this Friday to re-up. So I want to make sure, get one last email blast out before Friday. So yeah, the week today, hoping to get around noon. Hopefully I can get a deal done for the trout. When I get there, check in, get my VIP pack, wait around. I'm just going to get right into line. And I'm just going to skip I'm going to eat lunch on the way. I'm going to skip the pizza and pop upstairs in the VIP lounge. I'm just going to get right in line. And as I wait in line, I'm going to list the swag from the VIP bag. So make sure I get that listed. And then when doors open this afternoon, a race is on to get to my booth. I've got my booth numbers. I've got 3 booths that I know I need to go to. So I may only hit up one of those. Sometime I'll probably end up hitting 2. My guess is I'll hit 2 of those booths. And then tomorrow I may do a little scouting first thing in the morning to see what's out there, and then Friday is Cubs Day. So another thing I need to do is figure out how to get to, maybe Dave knows how to get from our hotel to Wrigleyville, because I'm out in Elk Grove Village and I'm not familiar with the red line, blue line, brown line, purple line, black line, whatever lines they have to get to the red line that I know goes to Wrigley. So I need to get that figured. I could probably look that up now. What's might even have to just take the Metra in and then hop on the red line. Let's see. Chicago map. There we go. CTA map. All right, so what do we got? Where's my map? I want like a color map. L system map. All right. So I have a feeling. How do we get? All right. Might just have to go to the best. I think probably the best way to do it is just drive down to Rosemont and jump on the blue line and then to the red line. So we're going to have to get up pretty early. So I think that's the plan of attack, I think. Unless, is there a Metro stop? Let's see. I want a map. Metro map. See, this is stuff that you're like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing this live on YouTube? You should have been doing this weeks ago. All right, where's let's see. I think we're down in this area. Where's Rosemont? There's Des Plaines up there. Oh, there's Rosemont here. There's a Metro out of like Schaumburg, Itasca. I don't know. Probably a horse apiece if you take the Schaumburg Metro or the Rosemont Blue Line. All right. So anyway, let's go to the chat. Let's say hello to Unicorn Cupcake. Good morning. Brad's in the house. What's happening? Awesome dog. Cooter's here. Good morning. Pissed I can't make the National. I've been telling you for a year, you gotta make it. Low Roller says, are you selling your Triple H game tickets at the National? No, because I sold my Triple H ticket like 6 months ago. Come on, man. Where have you been? Philly Joe's in the house. Good morning. I'm on vacation for free bonus skill games until next Tuesday. New socks, great idea. You pay the table in the National. I don't. How much you pay the table on the National? I don't. I pay $0 for a table. Josh says, would you be interested in being a beta tester for List Easier in the sports card category? List Easier. I don't know. Shoot me an email, 1millioncubsproject@gmail.com, and I'll look into it. I'm going to look up to see what List Easier is all about. I would say if it's similar to like Car Dealer Pro, I don't even use Car Dealer Pro, so you can reach out and I'll look into it. Tracy, good morning. AI software that will allow you to list thousands of cards per day. So it's basically like Car Dealer Pro. Gem City Card Show, good morning. We haven't rolled out into sports cards yet because none of us are really experts in the cards category. Low Roller Scratcher says no free skill bonuses until next Tuesday. You will see here in the chat this week. I'm on vacation. Vacation from Skill Games. That's a new one. Any Labubu dealers? Probably not. Low Roller can't afford it. He didn't play enough skill games. Jeff's Card Journey in the house. Take the Metra in Arlington Heights. Walk east down Jackson or Adams to State Street. Look for the red line. Take the Howard line north. Is Arlington Heights? So I am in Elk Grove Village. So that's where my hotel is. So I think Arlington Heights is kind of out of my way. I think Schaumburg's probably my go-to. Or just drive back into Rosemont. I don't know. Too many vacations, skill harder than you have the money. How much are you paying for parking at the National? I suck it up and pay the parking garage fee. It's $15 a day. You can, by the way, here's a tip. You can park down the street. You can park down the street at the Blue Line station at the CTA lot. I think it's like $8 or $7 a day. It's probably it's probably the same distance from the CTA lot into the show as it is from the parking garage into the show. May take a little less time even in the CTA lot than going through and finding a parking spot in the garage. But there's no coverage. You know, if you park in the parking garage, you won't get wet if it rains. And I think there's a chance. I think there's like a 50% chance of rain today and tomorrow. So if it's raining, obviously I'm going to spring for the parking garage parking. I always spring for the parking garage parking anyway. I know it. It's easy. So I just spring the extra $7. See what happens when I wake up. What used to be a normal time for me, early now. Jeff says, or Schaumburg lets you off at Union Station. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just take Schaumburg in and then get on go to the red line station. Cody says, good morning. What's going on? So yeah, my plan of attack this morning, head down and just check in, hopefully get a deal done for my Mike Trout and have a little extra spending money. I will go live tomorrow night, eBay Live, with everything that I pick up today and tomorrow. My plan of it, bargain boxes, always my plan of attack. It's a little different this year. I'm not, I thought about, I am going to bring my wagon just in case. If I end up buying a table of $5 autos or something, it's several boxes. I don't want to take a bunch of monster boxes back to the parking garage. So I'll wheel it out because I did that once and I had like multiple. Are you okay? Because I'm like probably dripping with sweat. I'm like taking a break every 10 feet. I think it was 3 monster boxes, 3 5-row. No, it might have been 2. It was 2 or 3 5-row boxes filled. Those are fucking heavy. One's heavy enough. And I had like 2 or 3 that I'm trying to carry back from the floor to the parking garage, which never again. So that's another thing I need to remember. Get that wagon out so I don't have to go through that again. But I don't plan on. Now, what do I say about planning? I don't plan on buying a bunch of bulk, but it may happen. So I want to be prepared in case I do, and I don't want to carry out 3 monster boxes. So yeah, it's a little different. I'm going to be buying differently. I'm going to be looking through, and that's the thing. Like my strategy really hasn't changed. I'm selling essentially the same stuff, but a little different. I've got way too much like just diamond quarter box stuff that is not liquid. Where it's good filler in a quarter box, but on eBay Live, it's not really going to move the needle. So I don't want to buy any more of that stuff. But, I'll certainly pick out if I can get a good price on Joe Montana and Dan Marino. I'll pick that stuff out. Barry Sanders. And obviously any current names, Mahomes, Ohtani, Judge, stuff like that. Hey, speaking of diamond quarter boxes, so I've had an ad up on Facebook Marketplace for my my quarter boxes, basically my closed out quarter boxes. Now they're dime boxes. I'll be taking them to Janesville, to the Janesville card show in a couple of weeks. But I've been selling them for $25 for 4-row box, $25 each for 4-row boxes of my basically closeout quarter boxes. And I've sold about a dozen, I think, out of my storage unit. And but I have dozens, and it's like they just don't sell. And it's a hard sell. So I had somebody reach out yesterday. They're like, hey, I'm going to be on the west side. Do you have time? And I actually did have time yesterday afternoon. And I'm like, yeah, I can meet you over there. And so I went to my storage unit, and as I was waiting for him to arrive, I start going through some boxes. Now, a lot of these boxes I haven't even gone through yet. Some were from that June pickup down in Chicago that I bought. And then the last Goodwill pallet that I bought. So that I just like, I don't think there's anything in here, but I'm just going to put them in the storage unit. Not going to look through them. But I know from experience, just because it looks like there's a bunch of junk in there, doesn't necessarily, it's all junk. Yeah, 99% might be junk, but there could be one good card. And I did find one good card. I went through an 800 count box and going through, and all of a sudden I see some Chrome NPB. And I'm like, oh, okay, because there's a couple names in Chrome NPB that do well. And I found a Roki Sasaki refractor, and it's the first year. So it's basically like his NPB rookie, Chrome refractor rookie. And even in this market, like it probably would have been $150, $200 card back in December, January. And he hasn't played that well. It still sells for 30 to 40 bucks. So that was a nice little find. Added to my what I made yesterday out of my storage unit. I found some other stuff. I went through some quarter boxes and pulled out some just random stuff that I can move this on eBay Live. So the guy shows up, and he goes, and so I kind of told him what it was. And I said most of the quarter boxes are, most of these boxes are skew modern. And he's like, oh, I'm looking for 80s and 90s. And I'm like, this could be good. This could be bad. It could be like the last guy that brought he was a set builder and he brought a checklist. And I'm like, this is going to be a waste of time. And he left empty-handed, drove like an hour and a half and left empty-handed. It's like, should have done a little more questioning on what I have for sale before driving. And wasting both of our time. So this guy shows up. He's like, I want 80s and 90s. And I'm like, I don't have any like quarter boxes that are 80s and 90s, but I have. And so like on my back wall in the storage unit is like bulk, like just junk, like picked through like partial sets of 90 Fleer. The 90 Fleer I think was probably complete. Partial sets of like that stuff, 88 tops, 89 tops, 91 upper deck. And so I'm like, these boxes, on these tables, these are $25 each. But if you want, like the binders are $10. If you want any of these boxes, it just depends, an 800 count box or like a 90 Fleer set, $5. So he ended up buying $60 worth of like bulk, like junk, not even the quote good stuff. So I was very happy with that. And he's like, oh, I'll definitely be back. And I'm like, I've got a lot more where that came from. I'm going to be filling up more. So it's like, hey, if I can pop off 50 to $100 a month or whatever on bulk junk, I've got plenty more where that came from. So so that was a pleasant surprise. Like, I'm looking for 80s and 90s, and I'm like, well, and I think he got a 90 Fleer and I think it was 91 Upper Deck, and I'm pretty sure they were complete. Although, the 91 Upper Deck has that chipper rookie, so maybe it wasn't 91. Maybe no, it would have been 90. I don't know what it was. I know it was 90 Fleer for sure, and it was like it was packed tight, and it didn't look like it had been disturbed. So pretty sure it was a complete set. All right, where are we at? Let's see. Unicorn says, what if it's windy and raining and the umbrella flies away? Then you have to buy a new umbrella for $10. Then you're losing money. Yeah, see? Peter, what's up? Good morning. You're late. I'm early. Actually, nobody's late, nobody's early on Hobby Evolution. We go on our own time. It's called Hobby Evolution time. And nothing matters when it comes to the clock. John, what's going on? I'm surprised Mike Trout didn't buy your Mike Trout Goodwill card. What a cheapskate. I know. I slipped into his DMs. I don't even think he read it. But can you imagine like a guy like Mike? I wonder like how many DMs a guy like Mike Trout gets. Like, I get overwhelmed with 5. And it's like, I'm not going to respond to this. Bargain Boxer, it's day 0. 0 days. Let's go. Cooter's in the house. Are you leaving town with your floor looking like that? I would be a dead man. Yeah, you just close the door. My wife doesn't come to the basement, so I'm good to go. Yeah. Low Roller says umbrella $200 to $300. It will protect your cards. Michael Renicky, good morning. The Jump Off Variety Show with Mad Max. What's going on? What's up? I have not found any Goodwill pallets lately. Unicorn says John is much funnier when he is playing LRS. What freebies are you getting at the National? I'm not really looking for, I don't look for freebies. I stumble on them. So my National roommate, he'll kind of, I don't think he like searches them out, but he's a wanderer. Like, he doesn't sit and dig like I do. He's a wanderer, and he will go look for free stuff. So usually, like, he's like my scout. So we get back on Wednesday night or Thursday night, and he's like, oh, they're giving out these. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And like, usually it's t-shirts. And I'm like, I don't need a t-shirt that I'm not going to wear. So usually I'm like, but it's like, oh, they're giving away 500 count boxes. It's like, oh, I might be able to use that if I'm in the vicinity and I see, like, go buy whatever supply booth it is. I'm like, oh, I'll grab a 500 count box. It's good to have scouts. Jackpot. Low Roller says, maybe the guy bought your bulk junk card. He probably an eBay seller. He might be. I don't care. More Goodwill pallets. TD Sports Card says, good morning, all you future Hall of Famers. Ziggy Noah's here. Cheers. Driving to the Natty right now. I'll be there. I'll be there about noon. Unicorn says, I'm sending my daughter for freebies. Get a daughter, LRS, and you can get twice as much free stuff. There you go. Low Roller says, your friend is like looking for free bonuses at the National. Yes, he's looking for free bonuses at the skill games. So I'm looking forward to it. I've got my comfortable shoes. I've got new socks. 608 says, going to be a wet drive. Is it? Yeah, it was raining this morning when I took Ernie out to go potty. But it's cleared up now. Actually, no, I think it is raining. How the hell can I tell? There's a deck. There's basically a roof over the window I look out. I think it is raining right now. That's kind of nice. I prefer rain for a card show because it doesn't give me, like, I don't feel guilty for not taking advantage of the nice weather, because we only get like 4 months of good weather here. So when it's a nice sunny day and you spend 5 sunny days inside a card show with a bunch of other dudes, it's like, man, could be taking advantage of the nice weather. But I like a good rain during a card show. What was I gonna say? It escaped me. Low Roller says you need new clothing to go to the National. This is kind of new. My wife this is nice and loose and breathable. My wife bought this for me actually in Rosemont at the outlets before her trip to New Mexico last month. So I do have a new shirt on. Gem City says amen to rain during a card show. Could also bring in a lot more people to the show too, which there's going to be enough already. So yeah, today it's all about the bargains. Tomorrow it's all about the bargains. I got an eBay party tonight. I'll be hobnobbing and schmoozing with eBay tonight at a private event, so I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow night, eBay Live. I'll be doing a stream with whatever I pick up today and tomorrow from my hotel room tomorrow night. I'm going to get that scheduled for 7:30 tomorrow night. Friday is Cubs Day. So we're going to head up to Wrigleyville on Friday. Cubs Orioles at 1:20. It's also the first game. I wanted to get a ticket because it's the first game at Wrigley following the death of Ryan Sandberg. And so I saw a post like tickets are going fast. I went to StubHub. It's like 2% is available. I'm like, oh shit. And I know that's probably a ploy to get you to buy. But I know it's probably going to be it's Friday 1:20. It's going to be a nice day. Sandberg effect. It's probably going to be a sellout. So I went cheapest bleacher cheapest ticket, $153 for a bleacher ticket. Click buy. I'm not gonna miss it, and I don't want to pay $200 on Friday or Thursday. So got my national texted Dave. I'm like, hey, you might want to get a ticket for the game on Friday. I think they're gonna sell out. So he got his bleacher ticket. So plan of attack: hit up Yaxie's before the game, have some wings, couple beers, get to the game. I will want to get to the game probably by first pitch just to see, or before first pitch to see I'm sure they're going to have a video tribute to Sandberg before the game. So that's Friday. And then Saturday is my back at the National. And that's kind of Saturday's going to be my wild card day. I'm going to be looking. I know that a lot of dealers are looking to move at good deals by Saturday afternoon. So I'm probably going to be scoping that out. I may spend some time in the morning at the autograph boxes. We'll see. Saturday night, our little get together at Shoeless Joe's. So Hobby Evolution get together Saturday night after the show, just whenever. Hell, you can just leave the show early and go to Shoeless Joe's if you want. I don't care. It's not a formal anything. You can just go and not even hang out with us. I don't have a room reserved. I don't have a tab or anything. So come on out. We'll see. Maybe I'll open up a tab for Hobby Evolution if I do really well tomorrow night on eBay Live. How about that? If I do really well on eBay Live tomorrow night, I'll spring for free drinks on Saturday at the get together at Shoeless Joe's. We'll see. So that's Saturday night. Shoeless Joe's just down the street. It's about 2 blocks, I think, from the convention center. We did this 2 years ago. We had a nice turnout. We had about 15 total, maybe 20. And we hung out first next to the stage, and then when the band took the stage, it's like, okay, let's exit and go out to they've got a nice little outdoor patio. So maybe we'll just post up at the patio if there's room right away. Again, there's no reservations or anything, so it's just come whenever. Just show up. You can show up at 3:00. You can show up at 9:00. So that's Saturday. And then Sundays, I don't even know if I'm going to go back on Sunday. I probably will, but it may be one of those where it's like, I've got everything I need. I want to get home and get unpacked and get ready. If I get home early enough on Sunday, I'll do a Sunday night live on eBay Live. So Sunday's just kind of up in the air. I'll probably end up going. I say this every year, like, I'll probably skip Sunday because I always skip Sunday at the Chicago Sports Spectacular unless I'm actually there setting up, which I have the last 2 shows. So it's one of those things where it's like I say it and then I end up going and I end up being there all day and I'm there until like the doors close. So I'll probably end up going on Sunday. And I think I bought a guy's table out last 2 years ago in Chicago on Sunday. Where we at? Charlie's in the house. What's going on? JC3 says listing and shipping and driving to the National. Oh my. Love it. I have one more shipment to get out. Are you going live in the hotel morning on YouTube since you will be at the National for 5 days? No, I will not. And I don't put out any content during the National. That's not what I do. I just come on and talk about random shit in the morning. And I don't do that when I'm away. So no hobby evolution from the hotel room because I'll, basically be like the time that I go live anyway is I'll be driving in. So I just won't have any time. I'm not going to wake up early. I'm not going to wake up an hour early to talk about the National. Maybe I'll do a video at some point, but I just don't have, there's like no time. Like today, it's a late show. And so, I'll be like nose to the grindstone at the show. As soon as the show ends, I'm going off to the eBay party and then back to the hotel, sleep, wake up first thing tomorrow morning, straight to the show, all day at the show, rush back to the hotel to get my eBay live set up for tomorrow night, sleep, wake up Friday morning, jump on planes, trains, and automobiles to get to Wrigleyville, have several beers, probably sleep in a little bit Saturday morning, all day Saturday. Then we go to Shoeless Joe's Sunday. It's a lot of work. It's hard work. It's a grind. Chris, what's going on? Do you spend the first few hours walking around to see if there are new bargain box dealers? Do you go straight to the ones you go to every year? I go straight to the ones I go to every year because I don't want to miss any time because the dealers that I go to every year always have good stuff. Now, sometimes there's less good stuff or less of what I'm looking for than the previous time. But I'm not disappointed. So I've got my list I've got 3 booths that I'm going to hit up in order. I probably won't even get to the 3rd booth today. It'll be one booth for sure. And then probably the 2nd booth, depending on what's in the 1st booth. And then probably hit up the 3rd booth tomorrow. And then I'll start kind of scouting to see, because there's one specific booth I want to hit up and I don't even know the name. I wonder if I go back through my PayPal, because I think I don't know if I paid cash on that deal. I may be able to go look back through either my PayPal or my credit card statement to see, because it was a Saturday afternoon. It was a big purchase and it was on Saturday afternoon. So I might have been out of cash or didn't have enough cash to cover. Because usually I don't bring that much cash based on what I buy. So maybe a little different this year. So yeah. And then I'll go scout. Like that's kind of like by Thursday afternoon, it's more of a scouting and just if I see something new and good, then I'll go to it. Now I do this now at a new like small card show, I will scout. I will go around and scout and I'll just kind of see like, oh, I've never seen that deal. Or even like Janesville. It's like, oh, I've never seen that guy before and he's got bargain boxes. I'm going to go and I'll kind of walk around the room just to see. Obviously, it's a fraction of a percent on, a small local show as opposed to the national. So there's just not enough time to do that. Now I could get in with a dealer pass on Tuesday and do a little scouting for those that are on Wednesday morning. But no, I just go straight to where I know. Unicorn says, you going to Vintage Trade Show after the National on Saturday? No, it's Saturday is the get-together at Shoeless Joe's. So the only get-togethers that I'm going to are tonight eBay, Saturday Hobby Evolution. Those are the only get-togethers I'm doing. I'm skipping Thursday's YouTube get-together again because I've got to get back to the hotel for eBay Live. Jody's in the house. Good morning. Take drink consignments. I like it. Pictures of old style. Yes. Anyone going on the meetup? Anyone going to the meetup? Donate a card for a few drinks. Unicorn says, does the location have skill games? Probably. It's Illinois, so there probably is skill games at Shoeless Joe's. You going to the trade night? I'm not. I don't do any trade nights. I'm just not a trade night guy. Cody says, will you be recruiting dealers for the Madison Card Show? No, but I think I'm going to run an ad, a Facebook ad this week for this month's show, and just only advertise to Rosemont, Illinois. So I think I'll get that together. That's something else that I need to get done. So actually I've got plenty to do before I hit the road. I'd like to be on the road I'd like to be leaving my driveway at 10 this morning to take Ernie to daycare and then drop Ernie off, and then post office. Next stop, Donald Stevens Convention Center. Chris says, do they have chairs or do you have to stand the whole time? They do have some have chairs. I stand a lot. I mean, I stand most of the time, but some do have chairs. Low Roller says, how many tables at the National? I have a good chance selling all of my base cards. I will go to every dealer at the National. There's a lot of tables. I don't know, 700. I think there's like 700, or is it 800, 700? There are card shows across America that are larger than the National in scope of card tables. The National is so big because there's also corporate areas and the breaking pavilion and all the corporate booths. So, but I think on a per table basis, I think like Nashville and maybe even Dallas are larger in scope of sports card tables. Now, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not stating that as fact, but I think there are a few shows across America that are larger on a per table basis for sports cards than what the National has. And I'm thinking it's in that like 700-800 range for sports card tables. Michael says, is the portal open to get a table for next month? Are you talking about August? No, only for dealers with only for this month's show. For the August Madison Card Show, dealers that set up in June have until Friday of this week to rebook. Once I get back next week and go through and double check everything, then I'll open it up. And I have a list of like Michael Renicke's on there, and there's a Broncos on there. There's a couple others that I'll reach out to get booked. And then we go from there. Shane says I'm way off. Well, what's the number? So next week, at some point next week. And I know that there's at least 2 sports card tables that will be open, and I think 2 Pokemon tables, at least from what I know. Like I've had a couple people say I'm only going to do 1 table instead of 2. So there are openings. I've got somebody I think bought a second table, and they're like, where's my second table going to be? And I'm like, well, if you didn't have a second table last month, you don't get a second table this month. Low Roller says you should create business cards for the National to promote your card show. I do have, well, I don't anymore, but I used to. You should put a woman in a bikini on your Madison Card Show business card. I think that's tacky. I will not do that. Can you bring your own table on the National so you don't worry about standing up in bargain? But you can bring your own chair. Unicorn says, people set up on the floors in hallways. Can you bring your own chair at the National? Yes. Yes, you can. I thought that was what you had told me. I heard you talking about the show and thought I missed something. Nope, you did not. In terms of tables, it's at least 1,500 to 2,000. Okay. All right. Then I was way off. All right. That's what I had for today. I'm going to get to work. I've got one package to ship out, and I'm gonna write down what I need to do. I'm gonna do it right now so I don't forget. Because typically what happens is I hit end and I'm like, oh, I gotta go make coffee. All right, so I need to send email. Reminder. Let's see what else. I need to create Facebook ad. I think that's it. Cheers, Ziggy No. All right. If you're coming to the National, hit me up. I'll probably be at a bargain box. That's another thing. If you want to meet up, come Saturday night at Shoeless Joe's. Otherwise, there's probably not a chance we'll be able to meet up. Because it's just like, because I'm going from bargain box to bargain box. And it's like, if somebody messages me and they're like, hey, and I'll be like, I'm here, but I'll only be here for another 15 minutes. So I think Mikey and I were not able to meet up based on that. So the only place we can actually meet up is in line today or Saturday night at Shoeless Joe's. Otherwise, just see me walking around, or Friday if you're going to the Cubs game. I'm a little more flexible on Friday. John says, and don't forget your wagon. Thank you, John. Yes. I wrote my wagon down. Drive safe. Maybe see you Saturday. Awesome. Thank you, Philly Joe. All right. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not heading to the National, I'll bring a little National to you on Thursday night. It's going to be in the form of the Marriott or the Sheraton Suites in Elk Grove Village for eBay Live. And all the bargains I pick up today and tomorrow, we'll be auctioning those off eBay Live Thursday night from my hotel room. So hope to see you there. If I do really well, maybe beers on me on Saturday at Shoeless Joe's. All right. Like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you this week. If not, I'll see you Saturday or Thursday on eBay Live. Otherwise, we'll review the National next Monday morning. See you at some point